Hello Internet, welcome to another video review courtesy of your one and only favorite YouTube channel owner and host, Adventure Link. Today's video I'm going to be reviewing the 2013 Chevy Tahoe LT that I had on rental for the last couple days. First off, I would have liked to do this in the actual truck, but I had to take it back, and not to mention my cell phone was dying, so that's why I'm filming this here. That being said, what can I say about the 2013 Chevy Tahoe LT? Well, it's actually a good ride. I've always liked Chevy Tahoes, GMC Yukons, Suburbans, Yukon XLs, and the Cadillac Escalade series as a whole, so overall I must say I was pretty pleased, but I'll get on to the goods and the bads. First thing I liked is the actual gauge cluster. Despite the fact that people gotta depend on little warning lights rather than gauges, the 2013 Chevy Tahoe actually has actual gauges for everything, for the coolant, oil pressure, fuel gauge, and of course the tachometer and the speedometer, and of course your voltmeter. There's also a lot of power plugs in there. There's two up front, one in the back, one in the storage compartment between both front passengers, and there's even a 12-volt adapter in the back, which is actually pretty cool. And I've actually rigged several power adapters in the back of my personal cars myself, so I guess pretty much since 2008 on, depending upon manufacturer, I guess there has been a 12-volt power adapter in the cargo area stocked by default, so yeah. Next off, I noticed there's actually a rooftop screen for DVDs, and there's also a hookup in the back compartment for your Nintendos and stuff, so I could actually set up a Nintendo in the back of the Tahoe and started playing. But unfortunately I used it for a work purpose rather than for renting it just for fun and to have another play toy, so oh well, I'll probably get to try it out when I rent another one, I guess, or actually buy one. I must say that it's like the 1996 or whatever it is GMC Yukon that my instructor has. When I drove it around, it was pretty torquey. The 2013 Chevy Tahoe isn't really much different in that regard. Of course, it has the 6.2 liter direct injected V8. It's got a pretty good punch to it, I'll give it that. Of course, it being a truck, it's got a taller rear end and a taller transmission, so that way it can all things and take advantage of all that power and torque. It's also had heated seats, which is a pretty nifty feature for the nibbly winter mornings that we've been having, which are actual winter mornings that should be happening. It's also got one of those column-mounted automatic shifters that I like so much, which actually needs to start coming back in more vehicles. And in this regard, the Tahoe has two front bucket seats and a column shifter, so why can't any other vehicle have a column-mounted automatic shifter? What were they thinking? The Tahoe actually had some more room in the back. Had room in the back to haul my stuff. Although personally I would have liked the Suburban or Yukon XL better, and I actually do like those two better over a Tahoe, mostly for the fact that you do get more rear room for storing stuff, which, the Tahoe, Yukon, Suburban, Yukon XL, it's all the same truck. One just has more rear room than the other. All seats were leather, which actually felt pretty good. I guess that's all the good things I had to say about the Chevy Tahoe that I rented, so I guess we'll move on to the bad stuff. And the first thing I'm going to mention is the gasoline mileage. Now, I know it's a truck, I know what to expect, bad gasoline mileage, but just as a fair warning, don't ever try to floor it. You will magically see your gas gauge go down by at the very least an eighth, by at least like a 16th or an eighth, just like that. Dead serious. I can floor the Grand Marquis, it doesn't do that. My Saturn doesn't do that. But the Tahoe just sucks it right down. So, just as a fair warning, don't floor it unless you want to stop at the gas station more often. Next thing, I guess, is the marketing. And in this regard, even the genuine Chevrolet ad you see on TV, like from actual Chevrolet instead of the dealers, even from the dealers too, you know, you always hear Sonic this, Spark that, Cruise this, Cruise that, Malibu this, Silverado that. Hardly anything on the Impala, but nothing, zero on Tahoe, Suburban, and Express. To GM, I must ask you this in a kind yet calm manner. What were you thinking? I mean, you know, there's got to be something wrong when they want to advertise those on the TV or the radio, but in my personal experience, I actually liked it. And then, of course, there is no diesel in the Tahoe or the Suburban, so I guess that could be a disadvantage there. What can I say? I like diesels and diesel trucks. I had it on rental, and it was a 2-day rental, and as you all know, I like to, you know, give an initial impressions video review, and as well as a fair and balanced review after I play with it for a week. So unless you can donate me a 2013 Chevy Tahoe, I guess there's not going to be a fair and balanced review on it until I get my hands on another one. And of course, it being a rental anyway, you know, I guess you can just take this for what this is, you know, sharing my opinions on it. Not really an full enthusiast review on it, but take it as it is. Guess that's all I got to say on the 2013 Chevy Tahoe LT. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, praise, etc. about this review, or if you want to discuss it, hit me up in the comments section. Unfortunately, I don't have any good forums for GM trucks as a whole, which covers the C/K trucks, which were later condensed to the Chevy Silverado, GMC Sierra, Chevy Tahoe, GMC Yukon, Chevy Suburban, GMC Yukon XL/Suburban, Cadillac Escalade series as a whole, Chevy Avalanche, Chevy S10, GMC S15/Sonoma, Chevy Blazer/GMC Jimmy/Oldsmobile Bravado, and any other GM truck that I haven't mentioned. But if I do find a good forum on that, I will post a link in the video description or put an annotation here. But as always, if you want to subscribe to me or hit the thumbs up, thumbs down buttons, bottom of the video, you know where to look for it. It's just like on every other YouTube video, mine are no exception. Hit the subscribe button, you can see any new videos that I upload to YouTube. Even if you don't subscribe, you can look at all my old videos as you please. And eventually, we're going to close this review out as always by quoting Eric the Car Guy and saying, be safe, have fun, and as always, stay dirty. See ya.